Well, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. No sun, but still a bright day.
That's right.
That's right. So welcome and thanks everyone for joining us on this special day as we welcome the return of our very valued business partner back to Delaware. Let me first start by recognizing those in attendance, starting with our governor, Governor John Carney. Thank you for joining us, Governor. Not with us this morning is the Lieutenant Governor, but Beverly Flanagan is here from her office. Beverly? Let me thank, first of all, Chairman Sam Latham from the DRBA Board. Senator David McBride. State Representative Franklin Cook. County Executive Matt Meyer. And members of City Council, County Council President Bill Bell.
All right.
George Smiley.
Welcome to the 76. All right.
And Karen Hartley-Nagel. Thank you for coming. Any members of the Wilmington City Council or Mayor Perzicki? Not here yet. Members of our congressional delegation who could not be busy with us today because they're busy, obviously, in Washington, but representatives from Senator Carper's office are here, Senator Coon's office in the back, and Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester's office is also represented here today. And we'll thank them later on for their help. Let me also welcome TSA Federal Security Director Thomas Carter. Tom? DelDOT staff that are here. I don't believe the secretary is here, but DelDOT staff, thank you for joining us. And finally, the staff of the DRBA, I'll get back to them later because there's a lot of them I want to thank. Again, welcome to all. It's very gratifying to see you all here today because I think this is an affirmation of what air service means to our community. I think today is about the 3 Ps: persistence, perseverance, and preparation. Persistence because since 2015, we at DRBA have never wavered in our desire to see commercial service not only return, but be successful. Perseverance because despite disagreements and opposition by some to our business vision for this airport, we have achieved this breakthrough, which we knew was only a matter of time. You know, it can be very tempting at times to lose focus and to pick the low-hanging fruit, but we stayed the course during those 5 years, and it was a difficult 5 years. And preparation because this airport is a much different place than in 2015, as Tom Cook will explain in a few minutes. This terminal building that you just walked through is a testament to the vision of those who came before me. It is the only one of its kind in the county, and is the only one of its kind in the state of Delaware. And it is for public use. It is for all of our use. And that's what makes this terminal building special. Despite being an aviation professional, however, I don't take myself too seriously. Just this morning, I was driving my daughter to school, and she heard an NPR report about Wilmington Newcastle Airport and Frontier Airlines. She said, "Dad, did you know about that?" Yeah, just a little bit. She only wanted to know when we were getting her pink drink from Starbucks. That's all she cared about. But to be sure, Frontier is a different company than in 2015. They're here because they know what I know, that your digital footprint tells us that you fly. It tells us that you fly and travel a lot, just not from this airport. Many of you, in fact, several thousand of you each month, each year. If we can capture just a fraction of that travel spending dollar here in Delaware, why would we not do that? The answer is we want to, we will, and you'll hear about that in a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, please join me in giving a warm Delaware welcome back to our friends at Frontier Airlines, led by Daniel Schurz, Senior VP of Commercial. Daniel, we missed you.
good morning. With that sort of introduction, unfortunately I worry I'm going to disappoint, but I'm very excited to be back here today. I've forgotten everyone's name already, which is the downside. I remember numbers a lot better than names. But thank you all for being here. I also want to point out I have a couple of colleagues here from Barclaycard USA who are our credit card partner, who are headquartered in Wilmington, and we are Before I get to the service, I will point out that as the only airline, this will be the only airline flying commercial service in the state of Wilmington, and we have our credit card partner based here. The only credit card you should ever use, if you don't already have it, is the Frontier Airlines World MasterCard in conjunction with Barclaycard US. So, no, we're very pleased. I'm here today to announce. I think it was slightly revealed in advance. Apparently even Stephen's daughter knows. We are returning to Wilmington, Delaware, with nonstop service starting on May 14th, 2020. We will be introducing nonstop service once again to Orlando 3 days a week. We are still the lowest cost airline, and I think what has become different in the last few years is we are now a much larger presence in this region. We've significantly grown our service. Don't all boo at once. We've significantly grown our service since 2015 at Philadelphia International Airport, and that means that a lot more customers in the region are aware of what Frontier is. But what Frontier is generally speaking the lowest fare airline around. We're the lowest fare airline at Philadelphia International Airport. We're going to be the lowest fare airline here. The advantage of being the only airline is we tend to be the lowest. We tend to offer the lowest fares of any airline offering service. It's not as complicated. But we want to make that point. We want to make that point very clear. We're announcing for an introductory fare for service to Orlando of $29 one way, $58 round trip all in for a round trip to Florida. We've changed in the sense that we have reduced our costs since 2015, which makes it easier, and we've become more financially successful overall, which is, I think, a testament to sort of how we've changed the business. But it also makes us a better long-term partner for airports and a better long-term partner for communities because we are a financially stable, successful airline. We offer what we refer to as low fares done right. We are an ultra low cost carrier. The base fare gets you a seat on the plane, and it gets you a personal item under the seat, and whatever else you want for your travel, you can buy on an a la carte basis, or you can buy one of our two bundle products where you get all the ancillary products included. Our Works bundle, which includes a full-size carry-on, a checked bag, one of our extended legroom stretch seats, makes your ticket changeable without a change fee and fully refundable. Offers the lowest cost, almost invariably, the lowest cost refundable ticket available in the industry from anyone. So we don't only offer very low prices, we offer high value inclusions. This is hopefully, and I expect this to be the start of a bigger partnership. We're starting smaller this time. We're not rushing in with too much service. We know Florida's the biggest destination from the Northeast. We know from our experience in other airports in the region how well Florida performs. We have our second biggest base of operations today is in Orlando, so we're starting with Orlando service. I look forward to the community supporting it. I look forward to being back to make further announcements in the future once we see the support for this service. I want to pay tribute to the persistence of the executive director here. He certainly knows how to keep reminding us about the opportunity this airport offers. And we know this is a region that will value the air service. We look forward to seeing all of you, all of your friends, all of your family, everyone you know, everyone you can talk to, on board our flights from this airport. I will state the obvious, which I'm certainly allowed to say. Small convenient airports are a wonderful thing, and in a congested part of the world. And in a congested part of the world, there's even more value. I think absolutely there are advantages that big airports offer, but the simple convenience, the simple ability to park the car where I can see it out there, and be on an airplane right out here, is not something that the vast majority of airline customers today have ever experienced. And that's one of those key unique selling points about why service from this airport is valuable. It truly is simpler. It truly is, you can take a bit more risk when you arrive at the airport because there just isn't that much distance to cover. And that's a huge thing. That convenience, play on all of you play up all the advantages of what this airport offers. Because we found in other secondary airports that's partially what gets customers to use the airports. There isn't the same breadth of service. There aren't all the same offerings. But that small, convenient, easy to get to the plane, easy to get off the plane and get back to your car. That is something that really appeals to a large number of customers, and we look forward to welcoming all of them on the flights. Thank you all for your partnership. Thank you all for being here today. This is an incredible turnout for route service announcements. So I can tell the excitement that exists. And without further ado, I'd like to hand it back to Steve, and we will continue the program.
Thank you, Daniel. You remember the most important thing he said? He called me the executive director. He gave me a promotion. I told you something. Everything's changed since 2015. Okay. Without further ado, thank you, Governor. Welcome, Governor Carney, who will talk about the impact on Delaware.
All right.
Thank you very much, Steve. This is a happy day, a happy morning, and it's my privilege as governor to welcome Dan and Frontier back to Newcastle County DRBA Airport. This is an exciting day. It hasn't been a very well-kept secret, Stephen. Your daughter didn't know, but everybody else has known for several days that I've been reading about it in the paper on this and that and whatever. I'm surprised so many people came this morning that it wasn't. But it's exciting news, and I want to thank Tom and his team and Sam Latham. I'm going to credit Sam. He's the new chairman of the board over there, so it must have been his persistence and perseverance and members of the board. But the DRBA is doing a fantastic job here at this airport. If I think about it, Senator McBride today, just on the edge of your district, Representative Cook just outside of your district, or what it was 20 years ago, there's just kind of no comparison. And welcoming this kind of service back is really exciting. Part of my job, as I said last week in my State of the State address, is to be the state's #1 cheerleader. And it gives me an opportunity to travel up and down the state and do all kinds of cool stuff. You know, we went kayaking on the Broad Kill, and we went kayaking there through Broad Creek outside of Laurel, and we went to the new Blue Coats first game at the 76ers field house, and went to the UD Delaware State game at the stadium, and then in the field house. Really exciting stuff to do here in our state. And this is another one. $29. That's Claymont Carney stuff for me. You know? My dad, if he was here, he'd be signing up all of his 9 kids. We're getting on that $29 flight, and we're going to Disney World. Now think about it. You drive in, you park out in the parking lot. As you said, you can walk through. You get the nice TSA people to help you out with your bags. Get on the flight, boom, and you're in Florida. You couldn't do that 30 years ago, 40 years ago. How old am I? 50 years ago. But it really is exciting, and we're delighted to have you back. And I just want to thank all the people in the room here at the airport, at the DRBA, at DelDOT, the county government and state government for all we do together to do things like this. And if we work together, we can do exciting things like this. But it does take successful business ideas and operations, and Frontier's view Frontier's place as the lowest fared airline with their partnership with Barclays Credit Card, which is a significant employer here in the state of Delaware, going to a really important sought-after destination like Florida is going to be a success, and we'll build on that success. and it'll make our state and our county even more exciting to visit. Last year, we invited almost 10 million visitors to Delaware, with about a $3.5 billion impact on our economy, and that's very, very important. I used to be lieutenant governor, so I've cut a lot of ribbons in my public service career. I have not cut many cakes. I assume that's a cake, right? It better be a cake because it doesn't look like it has wings big enough to fly. But I look forward to cutting that cake with Frontier and welcoming you back to Newcastle County Airport. God bless.
Thank you, Governor. And to talk about the role of the DRBA, please join me in welcoming my boss, Executive Director for today, Tom Cook.
Well, it's good to know that I still have this job for one more day. So. First off, let me just start off by thanking Governor Carney. I mean, your leadership and commitment to providing an environment for businesses, not only new businesses coming here, but existing ones. It's just really admirable, and I want to thank you on behalf of everybody. Thank you to Daniel and your team. You've been great to work with, and we're looking forward to a successful partnership. Also, once again, thank the congressional delegation for their support for federal funding that they provided to allow us to upgrade this facility. And I'd like to also thank our chairman and the Board of Commissioners of the Delaware River and Bay Authority for their support on all our DRBA initiatives. And finally, also thank the airport management team with Steve and Ben Clendaniel and John Serro and the whole operations team. Everyone knows that nothing happens without the people behind it, and they're what makes it work. So thank you to all of them. You know, I started this job about 3 years ago next week, and one of the first and most frequent questions I've had over those 3 years is, when are you bringing airline service back to Newcastle? And we've been working on that since day one. You know, our citizens deserve access to quality, sustainable commercial air service. Today's announcement means that we've achieved that goal. My predecessor, Scott Green, laid the foundation here at the Wilmington Newcastle Airport for commercial service to succeed. When I arrived at the DRBA, we were just finishing up the extensive parking lot enhancements. In that project, we added 199 public parking spots, improved public pickup points for DART, taxis, and rental cars, and we improved the Route 13 turn lanes. With significant support from the FAA, we were able to increase the boarding and deplaning capacity from 1 to 3 simultaneous usable aircraft positions, which is right behind me. Also, in preparation for our flight in May, we are in the process, as you can see, of installing a modern and faster TSA-checked baggage scanning system, and an expanded and improved security queue for faster TSA passenger screening, and a new modern ticketing check-in counters and gate area seating. This, along with some improved IT improvements, such as enabling new passenger information displays and better airline communication devices. Everyone recognizes that Wilmington Newcastle Airport is a key economic engine in this region, and this new service will boost both business and tourism activity in Newcastle County. As we look forward, DRBA is aggressively positioning the Wilmington Airport to take advantage of strategic market opportunities when and where they're possible. Stay tuned, because we have a lot more to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And as I said, I just wanted to, as I wrap up our discussion this morning, our press conference, I just want to name the DRBA staff one by one. John Sauer in marketing. Where are you, John? John has to travel with me all over the country and hear me drone on and on and on about air service and eat bad food, stay in bad hotels. So thank you, John, for that. Ben Clendaniel and his team in airport operations, you heard Tom mention him. Ben, where are you? There's Ben. There's Tara D'Onofrio, my executive assistant. Thank you, Tara. Wonderful food. And please eat her food, because she'll tell me about it later that you didn't eat, okay? Where's Teresa? Teresa Bell Wagner, our receptionist. For 5 years, Teresa's gotten phone calls at DRBA headquarters about when is air service coming? What kind of flights? I missed my flight. Now she can really answer those questions. Jimmy Salmon, our public information officer. Michelle Durscombe, our property manager. Michelle, where are you? Michelle Hamill, our legal counsel. Michelle? Here's another guy that has to hear me talk on and on. Victor Frizzetti, our CFO. Victor. You know, Victor had to make a commitment to that parking lot. $4.5 million worth of parking lot after they left in 2015.
All right.
Where's Victor? He gets a gold star. Our Chief Operations Officer, Vince McConey, Director Joe Gibbons of Maintenance, we're all in the back, and the Maintenance and DRBA Police Team, our Chief Information Officer, Jerry DiNicola Owens, and her staff, Jerry. Our Chief Human Resources Officer, Charlotte Corwell. She hires all the wonderful people we have here. And lastly, where's Greg Sukanoff? Come on up here, Greg. I want you to see this guy. This is our young engineer and his boss, Dave Hoppins. Yes, turn around, show them. He's dressed really nicely today. But I want you to see this guy. He is responsible for all that you see going on here. Talk about people that have to hear me drone on and on. He has to then go and design what I'm talking about. That's what he has to do. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. And finally, to the ultimate boss, Sam Latham, and the commissioners of the DRBA board. They have also had faith in us and had to listen and had to vote to give us the money to do what we have to do, and the commitment, and I thank you, Sam, for your commitment and that of the board. Gentlemen, I think it's time to cut the cake.
There you go.
Where's the engineer?